The All Smiling Faces podcast is now sponsored by Tyre Spot, the Northeast's leading tyre supplier with branches across the region. Tyre Spot don't just do tyres, they cover everything from servicing to wheel alignment. They can handle every aspect of your car's maintenance. For more information, visit tyrespot.co.uk. Enjoy the episode.
And red on a kebab.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Always Smiling Faces podcast on the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. We are here. It is a full house. It is myself, Kris, joined by Besty, Deka, and Mark.
It's a very full house. I'll have some dumplings.
And a lot of cabbage. This is the Cabbage Appreciation Society.
Drifting over to that side.
So that might be a world record. I think we got the word kebab in at the very start of a podcast. I think it was the fourth word that you said, Mark. That's good going, to be fair.
I've never liked them that much.
It's really good going.
Amazing.
But yeah, we are here to talk all things Newcastle United. And we finally got the first victory of the season, Besty.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see Big Nick.
We did, didn't we?
Big V.
Big V. Big V out in the house, Henny.
Yeah.
That's going to stick. I'm done now.
It's
I think that's it.
It's already in our WhatsApp group.
I'm just going
in the Telegram group.
I'm going to own it.
It's there with Heavy Meal and Santa's here, and
I'm going to own it.
Deka's greatest hits.
I put something on Twitter, and somebody replied straight away saying Big V.
To be fair though, to Deka, yes, come on, Mark. Big V has sparked something in my memory bank.
I can see lines there.
Not that kind of Big V. How similar is Big Nick to a former German striker?
Yes,
Rudi Völler.
Rudi Völler. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes,
very, very similar.
That's where it was from.
3 foot taller.
Yeah,
quite similar hair, just a little bit less on the mullet.
Less
Tash, curly hair. A lot.
I'm sticking with Big V.
We'll stick with
I'll
Big
give you that.
Big V for the rest.
Bit of Rudi Völler about him.
But lovely, wasn't he? I really enjoyed his performance.
I was really impressed by his performance.
It's how deep he comes with the ball. And he shows for it. He wants the ball. He's asking for the ball constantly.
Mm-hmm.
He only lost it. Was one where he tried to back heel edge of their box,
which I thought he did well with.
Yeah. And one where he tried to kind of flick it out with Joe Linton on the wing and just totally miscalculated it.
I love that he tried that flick on the edge of that on the edge of the box. I thought, because there's a lot riding on him. It's a very pressurizing moment for him. Like a lot of players could probably freeze in that moment. He's trying to do flicks and tricks in that. I was like, go on, son.
This is
a player that's had 4 training sessions, and it just seemed like he had been playing with the lads for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Absolutely,
he just fitted in really nicely. And what I liked from it, and it's probably been picked up by so many people already, is him and Joe Linton were constantly swapping.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Joe Linton was just running on, and you could tell with him coming deep for the ball that basically that's how we're going to be set up when he's going to be starting those games, that you're relying on the midfielders to push on afterwards.
I think you'll see him getting a lot out of Ramsey in that first half that was seen from Ramsey against Leeds, of his position and stuff like that. I think that'll be a very interesting link up.
I think Gordon will be also tremendous, because I think that's going to be really important if he is coming deep like that. Having runners behind him, it's going to be so important.
Well, not just Ramsey. Obviously, Ramsey's not going to be playing for a few weeks, but Joe Willock's fit again. For as long as he's fit.
For now.
But if Ramsey and Willock have got a really similar kind of, everyone's using the word profile at the minute, and I'm going to do it now. They've got a similar profile, very similar skill set.
Ramsey's a lot more classier.
Yeah, I think Ramsey's a better player, but that's not. I don't think Joe Willock's a bad player. And if you can get a run again, and if he can be the one that kind of does that Ramsey role where he overlaps and gets it in the area where that Big Nick's left vacant, as it were, towards the kind of final third, I think you could get the most out of Willock there as well. So it's quite exciting. It's been said loads that he's a very different player to Isak, and we've only watched him for like an hour, so it's hard to kind of really get a gauge, I think, on exactly what he's going to be. But even early on, he's coming deep for the ball, playing a little ball around the corner to Tino once or twice at the Harvey Barnes. Really promising, and even he said it that he was talking to Keith Downey in his post-match interview. Says, "I got cramp. I'm knackered." So it'll take him a little bit of time. Yeah. Ironically, I think Barcelona in his second game plays to his strengths a bit more because they aren't going to be as intense as a Premier League team, or just because of the way the game's played in Spain. You know, I'm not saying that they're rubbish and we're going to turn them over, far from it. But I think he might find that he gets a little bit more room. They're going to be more likely to attack as well, which means that he can very come deep and cause some. But that's what reason to be excited. I'm very heartened because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if he was going to be a bit
just
soft.
Unbelievable for him to score, isn't it? And to be the winner as well. It's
really
like,
well taken header as well.
Oh my God!
I hadn't realised until I didn't see it. Like, I don't go downstairs half time like that. But
I know we'll get on to individual performances, and there's loads, and there's definitely someone I want to talk about. But the importance of Murphy being on, I think, was really clear on Saturday.
I mentioned this in the match reaction, Deka, is that as soon as we signed Elanga, you get the typical thing, and I'm probably to blame for this as well, where you think, right, Elanga goes straight into that team, straight into it. Murphy's ball into that was unbelievable. And sometimes during that game, it took somebody to take a chance and have a shot at goal. And Murphy's that player that's going to do that every single time.
A couple of times,
I totally agree with you. Certainly on both points, sorry, actually, because the cross was magnificent. But the one thing I love about Murphy is he'll have a go. He won't just pass it back or go sideways. If he comes inside and it opens up for him, he'll have a go, like left foot all right. And I thought Murphy was outstanding, to be honest. I thought he was brilliant. We all know who the best player was, and we'll come to that a bit later. But the way he took what are you laughing at? What's he laughing at here?
Just the use of the word outstanding in comparison to last week when it was the worst performance he'd ever seen in his life. This week it was outstanding.
No. The performance wasn't outstanding. I'm not saying I said he was.
I just love Deka's skill.
Did really well. Now, what I will say though, my God, Wolves come out the traps, right? Wolves came out the traps.
It was in 48 seconds.
Like wow, and it's. I thought the first save from Pope was amazing.
I didn't really save that until after I saw. Obviously, what a corner, so you kind of know, but. Haven't seen it again afterwards. A match of the day. That's a really good save.
It's fantastic.
Them really came out the blocks like in the. I think try to catch a cold and nearly did. Pope was a magnificent save, and the second one you probably expect him to save it, but he still got to save it, which he did well. And I thought after that we were by far the better side. Like let's not get anything. We were. Murphy missed a really good opportunity.
Really does.
It's a good save that mind.
It was. I just feel from that range you shouldn't be giving the keeper a chance.
I know what you mean. I probably agree. I mean, speaking as a natural finisher, I'll probably go back across the keeper.
And goalkeeper.
Well, to be fair, the speed that the ball comes onto him, he
hasn't got a massive amount of time to react.
He's just hitting
but
it. The keeper's right place, right time.
It's one of those ones similar to the Pope second one where the keeper saved it and it's an excellent save. Yeah. But
the keeper knows now about that, man. He doesn't even move.
He's just he makes himself. He's
going across the goal. Usually he's momentum to get across and make himself better. God, I've made that save 1,000 times myself, Kris. But but no, you do. It was a good save, but it's one that it's like he's got to make. And I mean, it's not like all he's done is made himself big and hope that Murphy doesn't go like the striker's instinct and go back across. Like, but he does. It's a good save, and it was
that's why he's a winger.
That was from Tino's long throw as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
kind of like I didn't know that.
It got a flick on and then kind of went through a gap of two players, and then it landed to Murphy.
So
I didn't know what that had that upper sleeve.
That is the player that I want to start with.
Murphy.
No,
Tino.
So Tino. I think he will be an absolute superstar.
Yep.
All right. What do you mean will be?
Well, I think he's just going to get. He's a very, very good player now, but I think he will be that type of player that could fit into any team in world football eventually. I think the sky's his limit right now. And there's no surprise that Man City were rumored to be interested in the summer. Because he is outstanding,
I think he's quite underrated. I'm not saying underrated is maybe the wrong word, but he doesn't get as much of a mention as the likes of your Tonali's or etc.
When you look
but he is outstanding. Like
people talking about the England right back, and they're always talking about like Reece James or talking about is Alexander Arnold get back there? Kyle Walker's finished. People tend not to mention Tino. He played well for England against Serbia last week as well. There,
I think that he can play either side is just unbelievable. Like shades of sand on the left in terms of he can go down the line, he can go on his left, he can come inside on his right foot. And
I think he's
every time I say that, I feel bad. It sounds awful. It's weird.
He's our best left back and right back, I think.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah. Like it is mad, yeah. He's outstanding. I totally agree.
But after what happened this summer, I'm really nervous. As soon as someone gets...
Well, that's it. So shut up. Stop talking about them.
What do you think?
Keep them underrated.
I don't think Pep's watching this. Like...
No, but you know what? You see,
them four fat lads are saying it.
I haven't thought it.
You see things all the time on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that of fans of other clubs talking about the best 11 in the league and doing these comparisons between teams and
us talking about it's not going to do anything.
No, but
it's not.
It's more to the underrated point of that people just they'll pick other players above and beyond. And even Lewis Hall, I know obviously he hasn't played a lot of football this season, but what he did last season, I mean, we've sat here a lot of weeks and talked about the fact that we've got two fantastic fullbacks available and two very young English talents that can go on a long way.
Well, we do think it's going to be the English pairing left and right back, maybe of the future for years to come.
I mean, England's quite well, all of a sudden, pretty well starting the back. So, are you suggesting, Mark, that we should be bigging up the players that we want to get rid of? Because
I mean, that would help.
Because I might try and sell Asula's praises a little bit later on. Because his decision making definitely isn't shit.
Let's stick on a positive to start with, because I thought Tino's performance was unbelievable. But I don't think there's any denying or any argument against Sandro Tonali.
Well, he was shite the first 15 minutes.
What a player, man. What a player.
That, for me, was one of his best performances in the black and white shirt. I honestly thought he was immense. And
once he stopped giving the ball away.
Well,
was he that bad in the first?
I don't think he was that bad. I thought Trippier, Bruno, he wasn't on his own in that, I would say. But there's some of the things he does in terms of like sniffing out danger, being able to collect the ball under pressure, and all of a sudden somehow burst past the player. Next thing you know, we're on the attack almost.
You kind of forget that he's got that. He's
quick. And to be fair, I forget that he has that in his locker. Like, if I'm honest, but on Saturday I thought you've seen all different glimpses of what he can offer. The strike on the poster, everyone shouting shoot to that cut in to get it on his left foot. Man.
How he got that through,
it's just beautiful.
Like, it took the entire stadium by surprise.
Well, even that, when he moved on his left foot, and I'm thinking, I don't shoot. I thought, it's Sandro.
Yeah,
like he can do anything.
It was Rob Levi.
It's an absolute grass cut. It doesn't even lift off the deck.
Isn't it? Keeper hasn't got a cut else.
Because
he's not expecting either. He's expecting the right, because Murphy's just had the shot blocked there. And obviously, Sandro's done it a few times where he's whizzed them past the right hand post with his right foot. Not in that game, like, but
it was an absolute pinball machine when it smashed off that post. Like, because it could have went anywhere.
And inside of the post, inside of it,
back around the keeper.
So unlucky.
Yeah.
But it was, honestly, I really do mean that. I thought it was one of the best performances he's ever given.
There was one way he ran back, it was in front of the East stand. We got a free kick from it in the end. But the ball's come over the top, and it's him and like one of the Wolves winger or one of the midfielders.
Yeah.
And there's just no doubt. Like, he's got a couple of yards on him, and he beats him in the ball, takes it to the byline,
wins a foul.
Kind of drops his shoulder, and he gets a couple more yards and wins a foul.
I think it was number 8 Gomez.
He should have been sent off.
Because you could see, because Scott was sat next to us, you could see as the second half went on, he was getting more and more frustrated that our lads in midfield just had so much quality that you just couldn't get near them.
He should have gone him. Like,
it
should have been down to 9 men.
I actually thought him and Kinder Bueno, the left back.
Yeah.
I thought them two were their better players. I did think that
Bueno.
He's called Bueno, isn't he?
Oh,
I'm joking.
He's probably called something else, but you know what?
No, he's called Bueno. He's definitely called Bueno.
He's called Mars.
No, he's definitely called Bueno. But anyway, our Kinder, he had a lovely touch on him, nice silky. I actually thought that you want to pay, was it Gomez?
Yep.
I actually thought he had a lovely, he could really find a pass between the lines.
Yeah.
But he had a good splitter. He really was splitter happy. But his attitude was pretty lifting, like, if I'm honest, and he definitely should have been sent off.
Yeah, he should have been booked twice after he got the yellow card.
So you just mentioned something there, Besty, which I completely forgot to bring up earlier, is the possible red card. So Harvey Barnes is managed just to get ahead of his man, and I can't remember who it is.
It's their number 15.
Mascaro or something like that. It's called
Julian Lescott.
He comes in, and it's a bit of a forearm hit, I would say.
Well, at the time, I thought, well, it looks like Barnes just stepped in front of him there just to try and win, like Hurricane does. You know, when he alters his stride, and I thought, oh well, you know, like. And after the event, like he had his shouting and screaming for it, did Harvey Barnes, and then afterwards, there wasn't much of a reaction after the VAR check. I thought, oh well, it mustn't really be a. And then watching it again,
it's as clear as day to me. Like,
he's looking at him. He runs across him, looking at him. Yeah. It's an outrageous decision. That
it was the same. Like in the ground, it almost looked like Harvey Barnes just runs into him. Yeah, and that's kind of the discussion that we had at the time. But seeing it back, it's a blatant arm across forearm, as you say, into his neck / jawline.
Now, what are VAR doing here? Like, honestly, God, like, I know. Listen, I get it right. There's a lot of people out there say, "Oh, that's re-refereeing the game, and we should." Kind of go with what the referee's saying. No. It's brought in there for a clear and obvious error. And I'm not blaming the ref, by the way, for not seeing that. I'm not having to go at the ref because I'm sure all of you have just said the same thing, how I felt that he stepped across him. It's one of them things. Get on with it. As soon as you see that replay, he should have been taken over at the cameras and went, I think you need to take another look at this, mate.
Yeah.
Like,
there was a
and that's what it's
suggestion.
there for.
There was a suggestion it wasn't given because Barnes wasn't in control of the ball at the time. But everything that's kind of been said is that, well, as a referee, this was on Ref Watching, also Hackett on Twitter kind of commented on it, says like when you're refereeing, you've almost take the player that fouls out of the equation and say, is that player in an obvious goal scoring situation? If that player's not there to commit the foul, he's clear through on goal. He'll get the ball under control and he's got an opportunity.
So would Barnes, I can't remember the ball's position when it happened. Was Barnes, I don't think he was totally in control of it, but did he have it?
He hadn't touched it because of the way that the ball was coming.
But he would have had it
He
prior
would have got it. He would have 100%. Yeah. Absolutely 100%. But VR have since came out and said they've made, which is great, isn't it? They've made an error.
Is that right?
It should, yeah. They came out today and said it was an error.
All they ever do. Yeah. God, how many fucking errors? Honestly,
apparently,
sorry lads.
Dermot Gallagher apparently in his pretending accent said that no, the referee was right. Apparently, what I've seen today, I've not seen it myself, but this is what I'm led to believe because he.
Well, to me, that you just can't be doing that in a football field, like. And listen, I'm normally the one that say the game's gone very soft. Yeah. But there's a level here, and that's
it's ironic that their manager at the end of the game in his interview was saying, "Oh, we were getting booked for everything." Like, well, I could have been down to 9 men.
Their bench, the entire game, we're just up complaining about every single thing.
All that, like,
there's about 3 of them got booked.
They were off their tits,
weren't they?
Off the tits, like any sort of challenge, and all of them were just out.
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
I actually did think the ref gave a few yellows to them that weren't yellow cards. Like, I have to say that. Now, he also should have sent a few off. But I think there was a couple, he gave a yellow card and it wasn't even a foul.
I think he gave a lot of free kicks.
I think it was accumulation though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was free kicks because there was a couple. Well, there was one right in front of where me marks it, and Besty, you would have a good view of this as well, where it was Fabian Shaw, their big lad up top.
Had a 14.
Great battle in the first half.
Big bloke, him, isn't he?
Great battle they were having. And do you know what it is? It wasn't one of those battles where they're throwing elbows and that. You could just see that they were just wrestling each other to get to the ball every single time.
It was good to watch, actually.
It was really good. But then there's one where the lad barely touches Fabian Shaw and he goes and he just throws himself forward, his arms in his ear, and the referee gives a free kick. And I'm going, fuck me, Fabian, you're very, very lucky there.
I'll tell you what, with him though, I don't know what the bloke's name is in number 14. Him and Shea had a good battle. Shea had the better of him to start with, and he started to get back into it a bit. He moved on to Dan Burn in the second half. He didn't get a penny's change out of Dan Burn.
Yeah, I was surprised he did that. I don't know if that was tactically we changed it, but he did seem to drift over to Burn. I'm thinking that's a strange decision, mate.
Because Burn had him on toast all.
Yeah.
He did. Burn was excellent.
Burn was happy. He's been unbelievable. He had a few battles with. Was it Totti they sent out? No, it wasn't. Sorry,
no, it was the 15 again.
Sorry,
it was the one. The foul.
When he jumped himself down on the butt.
Brilliant, that really funny.
And he's like slapping his wrist.
Oh, it was so funny.
What I will say about Dan Burn was that one tackle he put in the first half, again right in front of us.
Yeah.
Where he's number 14's through and Burn are kind of running together. He just slides and takes him out. I think
being shares as well. When the line pops it out,
he's got no right getting
that's a goal.
He was shaping up.
I don't know if it was that Gomez again, but I honestly did think Wolves were getting a bit of joy out of them passes like in between, if that makes sense. And the good passes, man. I'm not blaming us necessarily, but it was a lovely ball that he threaded through. And I didn't think Shea could get there. When it's coming across, he just can't get there, but he did.
It looks like it's miles away from
it. It does.
It's a goal, like you say, there. He's opened his body up and ready to put it away. Like
they were trying to utilise the fact that Livramento and Trippier do like to get forward, so they were putting the balls in the diagonals into that gap.
It worked.
And getting down the sides of the two centre halves.
Now I think sorry, Chris.
So I was going to say we've been going 19 minutes, and I kind of want to. I hate doing this, but there's some performances that we're going to.
You were going to do what I was just about to do.
There's some performance because you've mentioned trips.
Struggled, didn't he?
Struggling in that one ball that he gives away, Deka. He just literally passes it to the ball.
Oh no!
Listen,
one.
Like just literally passes it.
He just passes it. Yeah. Listen, I'm
literally only 10 yards as well. It's mental.
Bad.
I'm maybe Mark's with me a bit, but I think I'm his biggest fan on this table. I think, and I absolutely love the man. I really do. But he was very sloppy in possession. Very, very sloppy.
Yeah.
And so. Might sound weird when I say this, but it almost felt sometimes he was trying too hard. Like he'd make a mistake and he'd get it back and then make another one straight away. Not massive mistake, but certainly giving the ball away.
I think that happens though, doesn't it? When you're having a bit of a stinker,
I've seen him do it
before.
It
gets worse.
Ironically, was it Molyneux a couple of years ago? He did the same thing. I think we drew 1-1 down there, and he couldn't find a Newcastle man, whatever he was doing. It was that one we got that controversial penalty.
I think I'm a huge believer on this, right? And I'm going to come on to Barnes in a minute because I don't like criticising Trippier. I'm totally joking.
The next stinker.
Sometimes it's important that we'll just keep going then. You sort of play yourself out of bad form, if that makes sense. And I'm hoping that's what will happen with Trippier. Now, having said that, Hall's probably going to come back in and Tino moves back over the right back, and we're back
eventually.
I think that's going to be the long term. I think the thing with Trippier, and he wants the ball. I think you get some players
he doesn't hide.
That when they make a mistake, it's like, right, give us a ball again, I'll put it right.
Yeah,
and I'll get it right, and that's how he gets his own confidence back a little bit.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? I love Trips, but what I noticed, and especially this game against Wolves, he's very cool. He gets the ball and he wants the likes of Murphy to run up the field as fast as they can. But then he never takes that option. He always puts his foot on the ball, then comes back over and slows it down a bit. You just screaming at all the lads to push up, and you've just came back in. There's
something about. I'll always go back to that cup final performance. For that first 40 minutes, he's the best player on the pitch.
He's great, the best.
And I love that. And I'm going to be very honest, actually. In that first 10, 15 minutes of that Wolves game, it was quite fast and furious. Them had a few chances.
Really well.
And I felt Trippier. I was really trying to let's just calm it down here. Let's get the possession and start a build and stuff. And I love that when he does that, but I appreciate it doesn't help when he gives it away. But I do love that sort of, I don't know, that martial art
calmness, isn't it?
Calmness,
experience.
Yeah, I really do love that. I think it's really key, I think.
Yeah.
And then to go on to Barnes, when
Can I just jump in? Woody's commenting saying the students are back too, so Trips is obviously going to be tired.
It's a fresh as is it?
Honestly, this weekend in town has been ridiculous. It's like the world has descended on Newcastle City Centre. It's mental.
Trippier, I'll be happy.
Move on to Barnes then.
Yeah, so with Gordon being suspended, obviously, I'm hoping what I mentioned there about playing yourself out of bad form. I'm hoping that happens to Barnes because he does not look the same player to me. Something not quite right. I don't know what it is.
It's weird with Barnes because he had one disallowed that he took well. He had that one where he was taken down on the edge of the box. Where that fella should be. But and so
Murphy has Murphy scores a disallowed one.
Sorry, it was Murphy, but Barnes beat it across. And I was
called him on that start. Lovely.
Murphy, he calls about
Murphy. He does well there, Murphy.
He does, but at the time, I was like, Jacob. But I thought it was good intelligence from him. So you got those two. Barnes is right in the middle of all that, but he struggled, didn't he? It wasn't his best game for it.
There was a moment in the second half would have been an amazing. But that was like the old Barnes, put his foot down, man, and they've done 2-1-2s.
Yeah,
and he played with Bruno's lovely little flick, and then he gets in that position, which I think everyone's thinking, this is Barnes, right? And unfortunately, no.
But he's done it a few times this season. He's put one over the top where he hasn't quite got his shooting boots on. But I mean, I don't mind that. You're going to have chances, you're going to miss chances.
Yes, I agree.
But I don't think he's quite been at the races. And like you said, Deka, with Gordon being out, Gordon's only going to miss one more game now. At Bournemouth at the weekend.
He's straight back in there on Thursday. Though we'll get onto that in a bit.
Gordon's playing Thursday, I've got no doubt. Yeah. And I don't think Barnes has done a great deal to suggest that Gordon shouldn't be.
So
back.
I think we should throw a caveat in there and say that the night before he did become a dad again.
Yeah,
his last had the bane.
He didn't give birth.
Yeah, he's probably not been.
Did you give birth the night before the Leeds game and all?
Probably.
And the night before the Villa game.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's been a bloody long later.
Sorry, I'm
you're 40.
That's what. Let's just put it that one as to say one thing, okay? But I think you're right. So far this season, I think if you look at Langer starts the season on the right hand side, then when Murphy comes in, Murphy proves that he's got a fighting chance to get that spot. I think with Gordon's suspension, Barnes is being called upon, and he hasn't really taken that chance to say, right, this is my spot.
Yeah,
earn it back.
Whereas last season, he
did. Way around.
Yeah,
it was weird last season comparatively because he started last season really well. Had that dip in the middle, and then when Gordon got suspended after Brighton in the cup, Barnes was excellent for a spell, and then but changed the 5 at the back, and it was.
I mean, it is early, obviously, isn't it?
Of course,
it is. 24 games in.
Yeah, and I think he probably will find his feet. He may be a bit low on confidence. Certainly, what I will say, he's not going hiding. He's still wanting the run. He's running the channels. He's coming for the ball. It's just there's a few things like some of the crosses were horrendous. There was one he tried with his left foot, like they played him in, and he just grass cut it, just cut it out. I don't know. It's just one of them. It happens. But you're right. Gordon will be straight back in. I think the thing I was wanting to see was I was wanting Langer again to come on earlier for him.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that everyone. I know Langer plays on the right. I get that, but he could do a job on the left. I feel.
I thought
He came on and played there, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he came on and played on the
Eventually,
left,
yeah. I'm sure it was the Leeds game. I was banging the drums saying, "Get him on earlier."
I thought he might have been through the middle.
Who?
When Elanga.
Yeah,
okay.
I thought that.
I thought when Voldemort, because he was never going to play the full game, was he, Big Nick? I thought after an hour or so, which it came to pass when he went off, I thought it might have been Langer coming on, but it wasn't. It was your man. And obviously,
in fairness to Barnes as well, as we didn't really utilise him much on the left. A lot of the play that we were doing, because we had Big Nick there, a lot of it was very central, and his feet coming in them little triangles and 1-2s and stuff like that.
Which I did think he was involved in a few of those, like the 1-2s. Like
I mean, that was that fantastic move where we broke through and you know in a different game it goes in. But I think he'll get a lot of joy, particularly with Voldemort in the team, because not just that dropping deep, but his movement in and around the box is unbelievable. The amount of times where he just made a little run to create space, and the defense just parted like the Red Sea to allow somebody in to have a shot or to carry their run in like that. I thought that real intelligence for somebody that's so young.
It's nice to see someone hit a ball so hard it knocks a defender out as well. That's always fun.
You heard that?
I'm not sure how much he didn't make a meal of that one. Like
he takes that to the face, mind.
It's a wallop like that.
That's what she
It's
said.
a wobbler, that like.
Oh, yeah.
It's an absolute wobbler.
I hadn't hit him about level 7 like that was gone.
He
But,
smashes that.
yeah,
We heard that.
He does look up, have a little look at the referee, and then go, I've got just a minute, I've got a head injury.
The Wolves loved a head injury. Like it was like 11 Fabian Shaws at one point.
It was him. It was that fifth. I can't remember his name, but 15. The entire game was just a.
he went down for ages with the who was it that? It was Voltamena. Elbowed him. Oh my god! Have you seen that back?
Nowhere near him.
Oh my god! He hardly touches
drama
him.
queen.
And he's like that.
I've seen it back.
Oh, mate, he hardly touches him. And I mean that as well. Just grazes him like tiny bit, and he goes down. He's like holding his head
Does
and
the
like.
referee stop the game for that?
I stopped the game. The
didn't
physios
think-
come on. There was literally nothing happened.
Was the one that was like kind of,
Yeah, him.
It was right
Quite
at
the centre circle, wasn't it?
There's one right at the dugout as well.
To be fair, that lad's actually pulling Voltamater's shirt. Literally getting pulled off.
Yeah.
And then that's how
hell.
he's, well, you know.
Literally.
What a
lucky
debut.
lads.
Well, he deserved it after that debut. Like, to be fair.
Chippy must have put him in touch with
So
someone.
a way to get his debut.
He must have been in that massage place opposite the Labour Club.
What?
Got raided.
By you.
I do want to talk about Bruno.
Yeah,
if we can.
okay.
Um,
You can slag him up as well.
well, do you
What a
know?
role.
Do you know this is when like
He's very negative, isn't he? Very negative.
Tonali makes him look average, doesn't he?
I think.
Like Bruno give the ball away so many
You know what it
times.
is? I think Tonali is that good of a player where he probably does a lot of work that he shouldn't have to mop up sometimes when Bruno loses the ball.
Probably. I
Which
also,
makes Bruno look better because Tonali's
but Tonali's just
getting him out of
unbelievable.
trouble.
And he's the legs in midfield as well.
yeah,
As
But
well.
let's be honest, Bruno, he played on, what was it? Was it Thursday night or
For
something?
Brazil, yes. Yeah.
I
So did Tonali played as well.
he did as well.
Aye, but where was, I bet you Bruno was somewhere a hell of a lot further away than what Tonali was.
But I would say that I still think Bruno's still finding. I know he's been this role for a while, but he's collecting the ball a little bit more in that pressure because he's playing a tiny bit higher up. Whereas when he was collecting off the back four, I mean, he's still got coaching then.
It's all the time in the world.
Because
He's certainly
Bournemouth
got a lot
season,
more time in that role to have a little look. Whereas now Tonali's playing him the ball, and there's a few times the second he takes a touch, and I'm not on that God. As soon as he takes a touch, woof, the on him. And Bruno, no offense to Bruno, does take a long time the ball.
Yeah.
You know,
Knows how it's done, huh?
He thinks he's got all the time in the world. I don't know.
But that's why he draws so many fouls though from then, isn't it? Is by he is as we know not the quickest. He does like to have time on the ball and doesn't always have it. But then ultimately he'll put himself between the player and the ball and get fouled if he's not carrying it away.
I'll tell you something else as well. But one, you know.
Oh, shit!
We're so out of practice.
It's been that long.
Nobody's even commented.
It's been that long. Oh well,
What was the last? Was it Chelsea last game or one? Last
it's
season.
been a while, hasn't it?
I mean, obviously it was
Lost the last game of the season, didn't we?
Everton at home. Lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
It's been a while, like.
Only won one game in pre-season as well. And that was Carlisle behind closed doors.
And I definitely didn't say we won you now for that one. I was a little. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to be a bit negative this pod.
Again,
I was just a little bit disappointed we couldn't capitalise, and get a second goal. It was a shame that we couldn't. I didn't really think really troubled them the second half. I think we may have had one shot on
Forgettable
target.
the second half.
Yeah, I thought it was
after the changes,
wasn't
they
good. Yeah.
started getting the front foot a bit
It's
more.
when
Yeah,
Joel
it
Linton
did.
and Volomari goes off.
Yeah.
It goes downhill, like,
It
especially when
did,
Sula
didn't it?
comes on.
It did. I thought, yeah, I didn't think we created anything for anyone really. I just we were
The second half, very little.
nothing, nothing. And likewise, them didn't either. I had a little bit of pressure towards the end, but there's nothing in
I don't
it.
think Pope really had a great deal to do
No.
after the first minute, did he?
No.
That I don't remember.
No.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
three clean sheets in 4 games, which is phenomenal. It's
apparently,
absolutely brilliant.
who was it? Was Jane? Was it Catch? Put a thing on Twitter. Might not be Catch. I might be in Adam or something like that. Well, it's like we're giving away the fewest chances out with the whole league this season. The minimum at the least XG against all these things that were
Yeah, I've
all
seen a few
signs
there.
that were looking good at the minute. Like,
Well, that Leeds game, there's no XG in that. So.
But
Minus, I think.
the back four have been incredible all season, so solid.
and that's when you've got like Lewis Hall be ready to come back soon, and Malik Chow.
Yeah.
That's a good thing as well. I mean, obviously when when the Wissa injury was Little V's injury, he
Little V and Big V.
got announced in his presser. It was like, oh, he's going to be rushing the team here.
I
Which-
didn't mean that one. Honestly, I didn't mean that one.
But Chow's the opposite. Chow, like, he doesn't need to be rushed in because they're playing that well together.
Yeah. And same Hall, like
Yeah.
there's almost a little bit whereas you want him to get a bit of football, obviously to get his match fitness up and stuff like that, but you don't need to. You don't need to rush him in because Tino's doing so well.
We've got a lot of football players here as well.
Yeah.
Like,
If we see Chow,
He's straight back in against Bradford, you'd think.
yes, I agree.
probably, I think Chow,
I agree.
it will be a.
If we see them, though, I feel take Bradford out of it. There's an injury, and I'm telling you, we cannot lose Dan Burn. Like, so, he is so important.
Just say that again for the people at the back.
We cannot lose Dan Burn. I tried to.
I think just because you mentioned injuries there, Deka, I think. Do you think it's a bit concerning the Wissa injury that he's came back from international duty? He's had to go see a specialist. The same 4-5 weeks to think.
4 to 6 weeks.
I think it's going to be longer. You're the doctor, Mark.
Well,
What's your thoughts on it?
all of the rumours at the
Yeah,
weekend was
that's
that it was ACL. Physio, actually.
Look like Robotnik.
Robotnik.
Of Sonic. Is that what you mean?
Oh, right. I was like, Robotnik.
Dash, my dad, we married.
There was loads of rumours on Saturday that it's horrendous. He's done his cruciate. He's going to be out for the season and stuff like that. So thankfully,
do you think that's why the club came out and obviously leaked that to the
like there was loads of people were saying it at the weekend that it's a bad one.
Yeah.
I mean, like there was straight away after the international game during the week, it was like, he's took an injury. Then he came off. He didn't look.
Did
happy.
you see it?
Yeah.
No, but not the injury itself. But you see when he tries to run afterwards, he's running after the ball. Then all of a sudden he just goes, nah.
No,
he just falls. Just falls to the deck.
I
and he
didn't
goes,
see it at all. No, I didn't.
I think it's shit. Like, let's be very fair. I mean,
that's never really been injured. I think he's missed
So
4
it's
games or something.
8 games in
It's
4
the
seasons.
absolute irony, isn't it?
and he hasn't even stepped in the building. You know what I mean?
I know.
But I think if he misses the 6 games, he's like back after the next international break.
Same as Ramsey.
It is awful, but we almost have to be grateful that that's the case because it could have been a lot worse by the sound. Well, could have been, So it's crap though. Of course,
It's not counted chickens yet.
Yeah, you're right. Like,
We'll wait. Let's.
But it's that's why it's so important that Big Nick gets off the mark at the weekend and gets a positive start, because we've seen it in the past where players maybe Niggy is the one that springs straight to mind, doesn't it?
If he just
when he
scored
hits
that
the
one against
crossbar
Huddersfield.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even going back to like John Doyle Thomason, like back in the day. So it's always good as a striker, particularly one with a big price tag on your head, coming into the league, and it can play on you. But he just doesn't strike us as the type of character that kind of worries about that kind of thing. And I think you've seen that in his interview, and he just seems very, very down to earth and like properly chilled. He's like Shaggy off Scooby-Doo. He's just so laid back, and I think that
House said some nice things about money as well. I know I was never going to come out and say he's not that, but
I don't think anybody is ever going to use that comparison apart from us.
Shaggy off Scooby-Doo.
He's like Shaggy off Scooby-Doo. Don't get that content anywhere else, I'll tell you that. Shaggy off the most expensive signing we've ever made. He's like Shaggy off Scooby-Doo.
That'll be used against us soon enough.
Yeah.
His header was mental, wasn't
It's
it?
great.
What
That little bit of space that he finds.
He's going
just to
away
drop back.
from goal. You know, like
To get the
back
ball, to control it the way he does, like you say, he's going. It's like he's almost at 45 degrees. Like he's had to pivot his hips. Also, it's great. It's a
It
really
was
good
really
header.
good, yeah.
I just want to mention Woody as well, that you should come and pull a seat over on the microphone because he makes another great
Woody.
point. Yeah, hang on. That was fine. So he makes another great point. Sorry, I got sidetracked. He says, no preseason, then 2 international games. We should have got them to manage his minutes. So we'll look at the opposite of what Sweden did with Isak. I think he came on for like the last 20 minutes or something like that when they were 2-0 down, I think. We've got our striker who hasn't had one, like Woody says, hasn't had a preseason, hasn't played any competitive games. Off you go, mate. There's 2 international games. Crack on.
It's a good point. You know, it is.
It is. I mean, it's
yeah, but he hasn't been a little rat that's been striking and not been playing and training.
Wissa, that's exactly what he's done. Yeah.
I'm talking about Voldemort.
No, he's talking about
Wissa.
Oh, he's talking about Wissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's precisely what Wissa did. He did actually train a little bit.
yeah, a little bit,
but not as much as he did have a pre-season, did he? So it's a very similar situation. It's just a shame Isak didn't get injured. Although apparently he is. So shame.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I saw someone saying he had ironically a thigh thing.
No.
He sounded like Grandad. No, Uncle Albert of Only Fools and Horses.
Don't worry.
I didn't.
Got the same beard.
Shall we go through some questions? Send me some questions, as many as possible, and we'll go through them because we've probably got another half an hour. And whilst we're waiting for those questions, I'm going to take it a little bit away from the field of football and let's talk about tickets a little bit. Everybody loves talking about tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, we had 40 odd going to a private school in Dundee.
Yeah.
So there's been a bit of a fallout on the back of that. And do you know what I found mad is that's not new. We so especially where me and Mark sit, we can see straight ahead of that group of.
So it's not them tickets.
So who the fuck are them ones then?
So the club have acted on it today, actually. So this is actually a third party company that have bought a number of season tickets in the Leasers, and then they were selling them on. So the club's now found this out.
So is that the one that we can see? No, so they all wear the same colour t-shirt.
So those ones are 100% through the club, through the foundation, and above board.
Right. Okay.
So that has been happening for years and years and years, and will continue to happen.
Chris Wallace pointing the finger. You get out my stadium. Totally legitimately.
The ones that have kind of have came around with this, it was the Borden Club in Aberdeen or Dundee wasn't it? This is. And the club have acted and cancelled the season tickets.
130 season tickets, isn't it?
That's in total, though, because of
103
various things like people like
so far
touting things, resellers, and all of that kind of thing.
I was nervous. It was
memberships and season tickets.
When I read it, I got dead. I thought, God, it's not one of mine, is it?
Did you go and check?
Aye.
One of yours.
But you know, and I've done nothing wrong. When I've given me tickets to Wales, I've been poorly, I've been okay, whatever, and I've done it through the kind of transfer thing. But you know, when you get to the airport, going on holiday. And your background's too. It's like, could anyone else have? It's like, well, could anyone else have? Like, theoretically, maybe but
I just have a question on this, and I should know the answer. And you're gonna laugh and go, "Oh wait, man." Right. So there's 40 tickets. Is that correct?
45.
45. To primary school, yeah, or high school?
Private school.
Private school.
Yeah.
And how old are these kids?
They were sixth formers, well.
I'm not. Dane start.
I believe there were sixth formers, so they'll be 16, 17-year-olds.
Oh, okay, right. Because what I was trying to understand was, and forgive us, I'm going to be totally wrong here, but I'm just going to say it. All right.
Just say it. That's okay. You're wrong, friends.
Like, how are they getting? Is it 40 together here, or is it like?
Yeah.
So how is that?
So I own a company. I have bought 15 years ago, apparently. I have bought 45 season tickets. Together, just bought them all. So I pay for them every season at the standard price, probably on a 10-year deal at the time, actually. Sure. It would have been, wouldn't it? But then what I am doing is I am selling those tickets on.
Oh, I get that, yeah.
To schools in Scotland to allow them to go to there.
Wow.
And I'm making a profit.
How has that not been picked up?
Well, apparently the club terminated, this is from the press release, the club terminated any third-party ticket provider agreements shortly after the club's change in ownership in 2021, including some hospitality sales and a small allocation of match tickets for former commercial partners. However, with no formal contract in place for the tour groups, the continued use and unauthorized resale at a higher package price was not detected until recently. So, whatever that means, basically.
So they'll have basically been getting cards so
Yeah.
that they weren't able to track it, and they've just been handing here's your 45 cards for you to go at the match.
How can they get cards?
You can just
There's not-
anyone can get a card.
Hang on though. Like we've had what paperless now for what is this a third season?
Third season.
Doesn't
right?
matter.
So people say, I want 45 tickets on cards, all in the same block. And the club didn't go, hang on a second. Bollocks. Not having it. Not
But
having
they
it.
would have just they would have said, "Oh,
45
it's
tickets.
probably-
Imagine.
yeah, but it could have been a business. All of the employees going, or a team that have actually bought the tickets.
45.
Yeah.
The club are daft if they've not picked up on that earlier. It's been brought attention because of a social media post. I'm not having it, man. They've done it because they've been called out.
It seems mad because the thing from the school in Dundee said that it was like as usual or
As
another,
usual, yeah.
so it was I forget the
It's not the
exact.
first time that
So it's been a regular thing.
Yeah.
So it's just mad that if it's as usual, then I'm assuming they have been making the students aware that they're available in the past, and probably in some sort of circular or some sort of newsletter that's taken until now.
Yeah,
4 years after the takeover, very nearly 4 years after to come. It's just odd. It's strange, that but I'm glad they're not getting them anymore. Fuck those kids.
Fair.
That's going to get
As Michael
clipped.
Jordan would
That sentence is
say.
gonna get clipped, that sentence. But yeah, it's been
But the
been
other
stopped now.
the other tickets are through the foundation, and what they do is they invite local teams
Yeah.
or local schools, and also Scottish teams and Scottish schools. They come down for the weekend. They play a tournament. So there's method in the madness because they then get to watch the tournament.
Yeah.
They get to identify players, do a little bit of scouting on them and stuff like that. Then as a bit of a reward, they then go and watch the match. So in a roundabout way, they're actually, being quite clever with the fact of that they're getting these local teams and stuff involved.
I would like to rescind my
Rebuild
those
Adrian's
kids.
wall.
No, I shouldn't.
Not
be saying-
those tickets weren't the
But no,
ones, the
it's-
legal above board ones.
But it's not
through
the kids'
club.
fault, is it? It's the people that
Oh,
are.
no,
recording
no,
tickets.
of course.
the kids
It's
that are
this
the problem,
third party
like,
company that have bought these
I'll
tickets
just let it go
that are
record.
then fleecing.
Yeah, and then their parents are going, great opportunity for you to
Yeah.
go. Like I get
Yeah,
it. It's
aye.
not their fault, it's the people that's
If I'm the bloke that's bought 45 tickets, I'm laughing because I'm paying. There you can.
What were they getting sold for? It was a lot more than face value.
So
wasn't
they,
it?
they were selling them. So if I am the owner of those tickets, I'm making a whacking profit every single game.
So thanks for clearing that up, because I just couldn't really understand how that would work, and you've explained it really well. So thank you.
So we'll go through some questions.
Yes. Was that Shaggy?
Oh,
We were sore throat, maybe.
Yeah.
We've got a question and a donation in from Josh, as always. He says, can you see us playing 4-2-3-1 this season to accommodate Big V?
Dusty Bin.
So essentially, you could have Murphy, Wisser, Gordon as a front three with Big V just behind Wisser. Just an idea. Much love as always.
I think you will see that. I'm not saying start that way, but I think you'll see it in games. Yes,
Mid-game.
I wouldn't hate
do.
it. I like a 4-2-3-1. Like,
Oh,
it's two. If you're playing that, it's probably either Bruno or Joe Linton that have to be sacrificed, as it were. Like, so
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
you're unfortunate.
And
probably be Big Joe.
think-
Like, I.
Opposition, it'll determine that. If there's a game
100%.
where
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot more of the ball and you've got to try and break them down, etc. And also maybe when you're chasing a game and you're trying to get back in it, and they'll change to that. But it's definitely an option. No
It
doubt.
is good to have that option as well, because we have been. It's something that we've struggled with. It was kind of, I'll just go for a 4-3-3 again with somebody else there. It hasn't always worked. But yeah, I think again, Deka says maybe he's not starting every game like that, but it would be good to see, because Voltamala does offer something a bit deeper that Wisser. I mean, Wisser does as well. Wisser's quite good at coming deep and linking up. But yeah, I'd be hopeful to see that, because then there's goals there, like,
Well, you would think so, because you're just going to cause the opposition problems, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're trying to pull one of their defenders out of position to come and mark Big V.
And then that's where you want. And I think we might even see almost a 4-1-4-1, because then your two central ones in the midfield are then being able to. And Joe, as you mentioned earlier, was doing that a lot at the weekend is when Voldemort was dropping in, Joe was getting in behind him.
Yeah.
So I think particularly with Ramsey and Willock maybe to some extent can really occupy that, because I think we didn't see Joe Linton's normal game from him because he was that much further up the pitch and getting those positions rather than being that more box to box and bit defensive, and maybe that's what impacted on Tonali having to do more of that dirty work in the midfield, because he was the only one really there.
You could tell that Tonali had put the work rate in, like, because as soon as that full-time whistle went, he was on his arse. He just sat on the deck.
Yeah,
there was a few of them, to be fair.
He put everything into it. Like, honestly, he was all over the pitch.
He was excellent. He really was excellent.
Yeah. Unbelievable. He makes everything just look so easy at times.
Yeah.
Like, it's mental, like, you know.
I think people forget that as well. You know, when they talk, obviously, kind of when he's out left, we didn't have the strikers and stuff, and playing Barcelona on Thursday in the Champions League games and the season that we've got ahead with. It's like, oh, it's going to be a hard season, this. But even without a striker, we are really, really good, and we've got some brilliant footballers playing forward. Tonali's kind of, I've been saying for ages now at the game, I think I've said it here, he could play for any other team in the world. And he could start for literally any other, either get the Harlem Globetrotters, he could probably play for them.
It's just mad, isn't it, how important it is to have a striker. Because you come away from that game, would have been sitting here, just like the Villa game. I definitely wouldn't be as negative as I was with the Leeds game, but you get the point, it would have been 0-0. It just, you have to have that person.
Otherwise, you've got to have someone. Like, and I love Gordon. I think Gordon started the season really well. Well, obviously he got sent off against Liverpool in like a second game. But he's not a striker, and the little bits of movement, he's a wonderful footballer. He's just not a striker.
But Murphy was putting in very similar balls when he was playing, and Langer was against Liverpool was putting in. You just have to have that person that's there, and as you see that clever, how smart he found that little yard, and as you see the finish itself was outstanding, you know. And of course it doesn't. I guarantee you he'll have a moment. Look at Haaland yesterday, right? Did you see the open goal he missed?
Yeah.
Players have missed chances. Like, I hate this thing of they're so critical. Isak, how many times did we used to sit and talk about him and go, what's he done there? One-on-ones, go on and goalkeepers missing open goals. Like, it's football.
This is the same Deka that was slagging off Jacob Murphy for missing that open goal before keeper saved it.
No, I didn't slag him off. I just says in that moment she shouldn't be giving the keeper a chance to save it. I've been very complimentary about Murphy, I'll have you know.
This season
he was excellent. He really was good.
He was. Next question, we'll stick with Josh. He says, thought on the Amanda Stavely High Performance podcast. I've not watched it in full yet. I've seen the clips. Deka, did you not sign up?
I signed up
the trial to watch it.
The second it dropped, I signed up 14-day free trial. I thought, go on then. So I watched it. I'll not say away, but yes, I watched it. Yes, straight away. I just love Emily, honest to God. I really do. I've seen a few people saying that they thought that some of our tears and stuff were maybe for the camera. I didn't get that at all. Yeah, because he reads out like a sentiment of what the fans have kind of said about her, if that makes sense. She got a bit emotional and stuff. And I mean, for what she's done for the club and you know, she's just done so much, and you can see it pouring out of her through that documentary, you know what I mean? Sorry, apologise, interview. I always just find it mad on all these shows, you know, and there's some great questions on there, right? And I always find their answers are really wishy-washy. So she's like, they'll ask her a question like, I don't know. So what made you choose How? What stood out about How's interview? I don't really answer.
She did rewrite history a little bit on that one.
Yeah, definitely did. Now, in fairness, he pushed her, didn't he? He did push her there. He said, well, it was in the press reported that he offered the job to him first, and she just sort of sidelined that question. But there's just loads of things like, you know, like what have you, when you're in a meeting, what do you do in meetings that are different or something? And she just goes, well, I don't know, I just ask questions. They just come up with like weird answers. And I really want to know what makes you dive in. What is it that you do that is. She just kept saying, I've always built a really good team around us and stuff. I don't know.
I think that's more so on that podcast because obviously that it is about understanding the management and the performance of things. Whereas,
what do you do? What do you actually do?
Whereas she's probably more used to it being a general interview rather than getting right down into the. It is more like a formal work-based interview than a reporter's type of interview.
She did brilliant though, you know, like, and you just see the love for the club and the love for the area and stuff, you know.
It feels like we did genuinely kind of get under her skin when she was here, like
There's a point of it, Besty. I think she says she went into St. James's Park as a Liverpool fan Then she left as a Newcastle fan.
I've seen a bit of a clip of that. I can't find these things really hard to watch. So I'll not watch it. I like Jake Humphrey. I find really hard work, and I don't like that kind of the kind of business. I'm not interested.
Oh, you know,
I like what she's got to
me.
say if she's being nice about it.
Well, he is always referred to as the LinkedIn final boss, isn't he?
Yeah, it's all very like business speak and he was cold.
I was really interested to hear what you're saying about.
You touch your mic again.
Oh my fucking god!
Every time you touch it.
It's a great time to plug the membership.
Hello,
scheme
good
so we
evening.
buy
Can you
any
buy
of
one
these.
new mic? Is that working?
Yeah.
Right.
Sit on your hands.
It is really good though. I really enjoyed it.
Hold me hand.
Anytime.
Oh, nice.
That's class. And it's free now as well, so you can obviously
It's on
watch
YouTube
it now.
now,
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It is.
now, yeah.
It is good. Like
I
I
can't believe
I watched
20
the Eddie
quid.
Howe one. I thought that was quite good.
Oh, brilliant!
year
Yeah,
ago.
absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Class.
Was it maybe? I've not watched a Callum Wilson one.
Have you watched?
yeah, that one's good as well. And Dan Burns on as well.
Dan Burn one's
There's a
really
right back catalogue of Newcastle
Yeah.
related ones.
It's
I
away from high performance. To
I
be
bet he
fair.
hasn't even watched the Ryan Taylor one yet.
Who?
Have you watched the Eddie Howe and Simon Jordan one?
Nah, as I Simon Jordan.
Yeah, that's good. Like, I think Simon Jordan gets a bad rep because of
His behaviour.
No, I just think a lot he says is right. Like, a lot he says is right. The day he was amazing. at Man United.
I think he is quite ironic, obviously, given what we've just been talking about. His opinion of Newcastle has changed massively since Staveley's left the club.
Oh, but
Simon Jordan.
Yeah.
you have to remember though, he openly admits as well about how, because he always said how bottled the Celtic job. He constantly used to say that. This is Simon Jordan saying that.
Yeah.
He bottled the Celtic job. He's not going to be able to do this. He's not able to do that. And then once he's interviewed him and he's got to know him a bit, he's like saying, "Do you know, it's actually I was wrong." Like, and that's fine, you know. People,
You're a little bit wrong. Like,
people
yeah,
have
fair
a
enough,
real
man.
problem with saying that, though, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Especially in the
they do.
media world, like they just double down and they'll just either not talk about the subject. It's absolutely fine to have an opinion about something and be wrong. I mean, Mark's wrong all the time.
Never admits it though.
I'm
Well,
joking.
mate.
Well, he doesn't either, does he?
I'm never wrong.
You never admit it.
Never wrong.
I'm
Talk about
openly
school, yeah.
admit I'm terrible for it. I'll say something if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's only human, isn't it? Do you know, I just didn't understand.
Yeah,
And
I get that,
especially when you don't know someone as well. Like, you know, that you're judging a manager. Everyone's slagging off the Man United manager, right? It's crap. But you didn't know him, do you? Do you know what I mean? So you might get to know him and you watch him in training. I mean, he is shite, like, but then you might watch him in training and think, do you know what? It's actually, he's really trying and he's really.
You can see what he's trying to do.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
I
Do
do,
you know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
remember.
but everybody said Steve Bruce was a lovely fella.
No, true.
We don't talk about him any longer. Let's go through another question. This is one. How do you pronounce that name?
Yeah, it looks like Dara.
There we go. That's how you say it.
DAIRRAGH.
That's somebody that you met at the weekend, Mark, apparently. Well, I'm not sure if he came over, but I'll read the
Wait,
the
in London,
comment.
we are flagging that.
He says, "Love the show, lads. I finally made it over for the Wolves game this weekend. And lo and behold, I ran into Mark in the Geordie Star.
You ran into us. Wonder who that was.
Couldn't miss you. Keep up the good work and up the tune."
So is he from the high school in Dundee? When he said he made the game?
If you run into Mark
I'm joking.
6 times,
Ran into us and bounced off.
if you run into you 6 times, does your airship explode and those animals?
That just rings everywhere.
So did you? Can you remember that? Were you drunk?
Yeah,
Can
no,
you
no.
remember it?
I can, came over and had a brief chat, shook hands, said Deka was a dick. He was right.
Of course.
There was somebody in the concourse as well that came over and just as we were chatting as well, Mark saying they listen to the podcast. It's always good to hear, isn't it? Somebody said the Great North Run. He ran past us. It was on the back. He's like, "Oh, I love the podcast, mate."
There was
He gives a piggyback.
someone shouted at me when they ran past saying like, "Oh, Deka," and then he messaged on Twitter going, "I hope you were Deka because you look like him anyway." And I was like, "Oh, no, it wasn't me." And the Liverpool game was really nice actually. The Liverpool game, like everyone's just really kind on and nice.
Yeah.
It's just
People are
lovely,
lovely, like, yeah,
really
aye,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
it's so nice. I'm always worried someone's going to whack us or something, you know. But
Yeah,
everyone's like lovely.
more like that happening here with Mark. To be honest with you.
That's actually probably true. Yeah.
Everybody loves me.
Apart from me. No, I do.
A question from one of our members, Zach. He says, "Do you reckon Murphy earned a start against Barca? Before the match, I'd have said Alanga was nailed on, but maybe not now."
I think so. I think Murphy's been really good
I
for the
think
most part.
the only change that you'll see is Barnes for Gordon.
I think he could start Langer, you know. Just because of getting in behind them, the pace and hitting them on the break.
Don't know much about them.
I'm with Mark there, and part of us is agreeing with you wholeheartedly that Murphy will start.
Mhm.
But I'm with Mark, and I was thinking maybe has he not played him on Saturday in mind.
With Thursday in mind,
That
maybe,
you're and I thought about in behind. I don't know. It
yeah.
wouldn't shock us, I agree with you.
I think it's pros and cons.
If the change is Barnes for Gordon, sorry, the other way around, Gordon for Barnes, and they stay the same, I get it.
Jamal's meant to be out as well.
Yeah.
He's
got crabs.
He has, hasn't he? He has.
He's
well,
a
pubic issue.
Pubic discomfort.
He has.
He's just scared of Dan Burn, is what it is. He saw what happened to Mbappe at St James's a couple of years ago, and he thought, I didn't fancy that.
Well, I mean, they arrested a lot of players on Sunday there, and I was watching NFL, and I was like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, and you've got Krabs there. He's not even playing, and they're winning 6 now. So he's not playing on Thursday.
He can't even get in the team.
No, so
the person that came to review at the Liverpool game, it was Woody.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it was Woody.
Oh, wow.
He said my son called me a fanboy.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He was at the bar. That's right. There was a couple of people, but yes, I obviously didn't know it was Woody, of course. But no, good crack, mate. Good crack.
We could speak about Barca loads, but we'll be doing a match preview as well. So I think we'll save everything for that. We'll not take away content away from that one.
We're not doing it though.
We're not, but
I'm joking.
We're the best ones.
Shall we do our own?
Yeah, we'll do one.
We're going to do a spin-off.
Breakaway.
Steve Ellis says, what do you think about the new Adidas Originals range? Says prices are a bit high. How much has Deka bought so far?
All of it.
Actually,
all of it. I tell you, what was funny actually, the woman in the shop, and this was not all for me, so I'm not trying to be a dick here, but there's one of my mates who lives in Australia.
Yeah.
Hope you're watching, mate. Love you. So obviously he was looking online, and it was quite expensive to get it. So he said, "Would you mind going to the shop?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah, conversion.
And I think it was like 400 odd quid I spent. It wasn't all for me though. And even the woman until went, "Fuck no."
All right, Lisa's not watching.
True. She doesn't watch anymore. It was like 400 odd quid, and you're like, and even I'm like, beep. I'm like, Jesus. It's a lot of money, right?
But my God, wouldn't even beep.
I was like,
that redundancy money came in handy.
Redundo.
Gone.
So I went. I had to go back and change the top because, as I was saying to Besty, the black one.
You're getting a bit fat.
No, can I? No, I've actually lost a bit of weight, believe it or not. You see all the food I had last night. I don't know how I lose weight, but anyway,
I've got no idea.
But honestly,
that
black one's long. So anyone that's good. So this one here, this is a drill toe, obviously. There's a black T-shirt which has it here and there. That is a long T-shirt.
I got the white and blue stripes.
Yes. No. It's just a black and white. Just a white,
white, but they've got a blue outline.
Well, sorry. Apologise.
It's like a 90.
It's just long. It's long. Surprisingly, I got that one because I love that. It's a really nice top. That's
my favorite one. I love that one.
Obviously, got the drill, which I had to get. Everyone wanted it. Oh, the only thing I didn't buy, I will say, is I didn't buy the black in zip up one. You know.
So did you get the cream one in the end?
Yes.
With the pinstripes.
Yes.
Is it still a weird fit?
It's
like a square T-shirt.
Boxy square. I think it's square.
I think it's cut that way.
That's
why the T-shirts are long. It's just that's the
no good
for
those fat lads.
I do like the tracksuit top, but it's pricey.
100 quid.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Quid. So what I got is I got the drill top, which I love. Absolutely love it. Yeah, the reason I didn't wear it at the weekend because I thought every fucker would be wearing it.
And you were right.
Everybody was wearing it. Yeah,
I didn't see that many on Saturday.
There's a fair few. So I went for this one, which you can't really see on camera, but it's the one with the Adidas logo on the breast. Which I was saying, it's got the big one at the back,
the large one on the back.
And do you know what it is? There was loads of people came up before the match and after the match saying, "Oh, I love that T-shirt."
That's the cheapest one as well, isn't it?
When I got off at Tyne Dock Metro, just some random bloke just came on and said, "Oh, mate, I love that T-shirt. Where did you get it from?"
Is that what was 35?
35 quid?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's lovely.
It is dead nice. I'm
a massive fan of this range. Now, obviously, it was funny because I think who was it, Celtic and perhaps Arsenal had sort of released it, and it's the same top. But even the pinstripe one's the same.
Oh, they're all the Liverpool ones.
Arsenal had it last season, didn't they?
They did actually. Yeah, they did. Yeah. But yeah, no, I just think it's lovely gear.
But the original stuff that came out last year, all the amount of Celtic ones I saw in the summer of Glastonbury and stuff like that was loads and nothing about.
I will still be honest. I do still prefer that original
green one.
Yeah, I do. I think that was special. Besty's hoodie in that.
I was never keen on that stuff. Like I didn't bother with it.
I think that's amazing stuff.
What Mark said, 100 quid on a tracksuit jacket is honk.
It's hard to justify that. Like
100 quid.
I like the blue and orange.
Even the shell one last year was 85.
Yeah, but I think
I think 70 for this wasn't bad, man. Yeah,
Nah,
I didn't think that was too
That's
bad.
how much stuff costs these days, isn't it? It's one of those.
£100 for a jacket is mental.
Well, I went in to buy the orange one. Sorry, the Jaffa Cake one, the navy.
Oh, the blue and orange jacket.
Yes,
The
zip-up
Jaffa
jacket.
Cake
That
one,
was,
I like
that's
so
lovely.
I tried it on and it was lovely.
That's
Blah,
me
blah,
wearing it
blah.
at the weekend.
And then I thought, like I'd probably prefer the black one, but when's that going to come out? And the last says, it's not coming out with Christmas. I said, it's a long time away. That 8 days later, that was like it come out. I was like, Reese. But it's a lot of money. 100 quid's a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much are the pants actually? Because the pants are good.
80 quid.
180
So
pounds.
it's like nearly 200 quid
Yeah,
for
man.
basically a
You
tracksuit.
can't wear that together outside the house either. Though.
But I
You
You
agree
can
with
if you
you.
run DMC.
It'd be like the end of bloody
I agree.
20 years.
You'll either look like Jason Tittle or Adam P. walking around the streets.
I agree.
There was people walking around in the full,
No, I'm not
the
Adam
full
P.
tracksuit.
If you're
That's
gonna
wrong, isn't it?
do the full Adam P look, you need to get the wrong name and number on the back.
Yeah. You definitely look for high school kids who don't deal with that on. But you could wear the pants with a nice white t-shirt, right? Like I'm not saying you wear them both at the same time by any stretch.
I'm
It
not
would,
a-
go, it would go well with the stripy beige number.
Yeah, the stripe.
I'm not a tracksuit pants kind of guy, to be fair.
I'm
Like,
too fat to wear tracksuit pants.
Mark
Scarred
likes
off Mark's tight ankles a from a couple of years.
wear them round the house.
Do you still have them ones?
them grey
Well,
leggings.
Yeah, we'll have.
You need to
They were
wear.
grey, they were black.
You need to wear them and then prove.
They're that tight.
They were grey,
They're
weren't
that
they?
tight that it's
They were 100%
Were
black.
they not grey?
It was the black, like the black.
They were grey, and I had a
They were
black
in, man.
stripe on them. They were grey.
They were the black,
They were
training
grey.
style ones.
know,
I might have a
Besty
photo on my
said,
phone.
yeah.
I might have
They
snuck a
definitely
photo.
weren't
You know, you
You're
get a-
black, but when you stretch them, they go
They
grey.
only get a pair of tights.
Bit
and
white, yeah.
Yeah, it did land first time.
That was brilliant.
Both is going to work.
No, it did. That was great.
That was really good.
It's landed every time we've done it for the past 3 years. Mark, though, outrageous.
I do. I love that t-shirt. Honestly, I really do. The font on it does remind us of something like the club already do on non-Adidas gear.
I know what you mean.
Like,
Do you know what my favourite thing is? This little thing on
Yeah, lovely.
I love that patch.
Yeah, and
Because that's what I had on
the
the.
90s, isn't it?
So wherever I see, there.
Behind you.
I was just looking at the drill top one because earlier when I was staring around because I was just looking at the difference compared to that one. Obviously, I know what
the three.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
And they've put
that
Adidas on, yeah. But it's nice that they've put it on this as well. I do wish that I had put it on Twitter. Like, you know, the original. I do wish that I put the lines on. I will be honest, but I just find it's lovely. I'm just saying them three traditional.
Like
Stripes.
You get what I'm saying? That's it. That's what I'm looking for.
Like of the
Right.
96,
Yeah, 95,
96.
96. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been pretty sexual. Like.
Probably going to bring that out at some point. I mean,
Aye.
footy headlines seem to think that the 95, 96 training range is going to be out at some point, don't they? So more money.
Bloody hell,
More
man.
money for Deka.
Well,
right?
Adidas
It's a
have released. It's probably more. You probably remember it more for Liverpool and Arsenal back in the day, where Liverpool's was the green with the three stripes
Yes,
there,
lovely.
and Arsenal had the red
So
and
the
blue
cream
one. Adidas have brought out the actual without the club badge on, the t-shirts, sweatshirts,
Have they?
the lot.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
I don't mind the one that's like that. That's just got that crest on it.
The club one that's been
The
out for a
club
while.
one.
Yeah,
It's all right.
nice.
It's only like 20 odd quid or something
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
minute as well.
The drill top.
Aye.
That's all right.
In fact, no, I think it was out right, last
Yeah,
year.
it's
it's
like
been
a
a while
while
now,
now,
yeah,
It's all been reduced like 20 odd quid.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, but I think it's
Because
like
it sold out before the cup final.
it's something like 25 quid for like small, medium, large, and double XL.
Mhm.
But then if you want an XL, it's more expensive, which makes no sense to me.
Doesn't affect me, that. Like,
That makes no
Anybody-
sense to us.
Demand, dynamic pricing.
That's exactly what it has to be. Mental, but yeah. Do you have any questions as well before?
I am annoyed that they haven't got a Champions League range. Like I said this the last time I got in there.
Give it a week.
Well, you're right. Maybe I just
Yes.
like
Be on Thursday.
because I always remember going down when I went to Spurs' ground for the NFL and went in their club shop, which I will say is a hell of a club shop. Them actually had a Champions League section where they had like training gear, which was champion and had the Champions League badge on it, like in it. Does that make sense? And things like that.
Right, I see.
It was beautiful, really, really nice. And I kind of got it under Castro that we wouldn't do that, even though I wanted it. I understood.
Kind of did with Castell because that black one.
Yeah,
With
to be fair, actually, yes. To be
multicolored
fair,
stadium
you're right.
thing on
Yeah.
it.
Scott has
Mm.
said apparently the pink keeper top is supposed to be a Champions League keeper top.
Yeah, it was Champions League.
But what I mean, but what I'm saying is it doesn't have the Champions League logo on it anyway.
Mm.
So them had a training top, which was slightly different to probably the one they used for the Premier League, but it had the Champions League badge like on it, like in the fabric, like you know what I mean, like as a badge. Which
You think this
Do you
season
know
as
what I
well because they've done the stuff for the tour of Korea. They
Mhm.
brought the kind of special sponsored.
I saw somebody
with
wearing
numbers.
one on the motorway. It was nice.
Yeah, I saw someone that we have that on as well. So it's not as if they haven't got the kind of ability or the wherewithal to do something like that. But yeah, it's the
You can guarantee in the run up to Christmas there'll be another 3 ranges out.
Oh,
probably like
of course.
Yeah. Adidas are happy for that. Like,
I'm going to end on this one. Chip has sent in a question and he says, new contract for Tonali, lads.
Give it.
Is that a talk? Is it? Or is
Throw,
that,
throw everything
I
at
think
him.
it's shitting your pants about what's
yes.
happened.
Listen, if anything from this Isaac situation, we have to learn. It's as simple as that.
Like top players come with a price.
You've got to do it. Don't make any promises you cannot keep. No bloody stupid little handshakes. Let's just be professional. And the players that we know are key have to be rewarded for that, I'm afraid.
learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm saying the Isaac thing was completely a mistake, but I think it wasn't handled brilliantly with it. Now they've know like kind of what the stakes are. Maybe a bit more, and our players are maybe going to become more likely to act in the way that Isaac did. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they brought in release clauses on every contract.
Yeah, makes sense.
You would hope Tonali would, given the support and what we did in obviously his first season at the club, would hold some memories and weight.
I'm with you on that one, but I still believe if someone comes in, I'm going to throw a club out there. I'm not saying Real Madrid. Right?
Oh, 100%.
Tonali's not going on strike.
No,
Tonali's not going to play for you. However, the problem you've got though is there's still an option he's going to leave, and I just think we need to make sure that we're rewarding them and learning from our mistakes. Because if it happened again, by the way, I'd be really pissed off with it.
Well, he is. Tonali is going to leave. Maybe it's not straight away, but
I get it.
But we sat here and said exactly the same about Isaac.
And he's
We all expected him to go and to do it.
Don't check the back
we
of the program,
talked
Mark. Is
about
it on there?
No, but like
I get what you're saying.
we absolutely knew for a fact. We just didn't think it would be the situation and the way that it played out.
I think we knew that in the future that you would. I think it's probably came a season too early because we all sat here and said that now that we've got Champions League football, then why?
And won a cup as well.
And won a cup.
If we hadn't have messed around or done whatever we've done and had to just given him the contract when we should have and rewarded him, he'd still be our player.
Don't think so.
Nah, 100%.
I'm kind of with Mark as well.
I'm not too sure if it was just money either, to be honest with you. I think that was a part of it. I think he probably would have stayed this season and gone next year.
Yes, I agree.
Think that might be the
He was always
compromise.
going, but I still think if we had getting it right and not done a little...
I think that's probably right, this promise as he's getting.
He's 100% has.
But all of us sat around this table 18 months ago and we've got to sort Isaac out. We all said it, didn't we? We all said we've got to tie him down.
I think you're probably right, Deka. I think he would have wanted to go. He might have had his head turned even, but with the extra money, if we deliver the contract at the point at which it was when Mitchell said, "Oh, it's not happening," apparently that's when he started to get pissed off and all that. But yeah, I think he probably it would only been another season at whatever money would have been on, and then he would have gone.
And it would have been so much nicer, the whole situation.
Yeah.
You know
But I mean, Tonali.
It depends where he went.
I hate to say it, but Tonali, probably Tino as well. I mean, Tonali's a different stratosphere of player than Tino at the moment. But I think they're both going to come to the point where it's like, well, and I was talking to people at work today about Isaac. Like, if Isaac earlier in the summer had said, like, I'd probably run me race for Newcastle, I wouldn't mind if he let us go. And, you know, and the club was, we'll try and get him over or whatever. We'll kind of acquiesce to, thanks very much and all that. Here's your value, unless something around that. And it probably would have been even the what Liverpool paid, 130, 125, 130. It would have been just far, and it would have been, I didn't want him to go. I wouldn't have wanted him to go, but it would have been a far nicer way. In the video that he put out, and you think, like, wait, remember the Isaac thing and the whole Lisa stand had that on it and all this stuff, and it just feels like it was like for nothing. And it's such a shame.
That's what is a shame.
And everything, it wasn't because he scored the goal in a cup final and all that. But like, even now, like the Ben plays on the PlayStation, I'm like, I hear when Isaac scores. I've got to sub him.
Transfer him out.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not bringing Sula on because he's shit. That chance on Saturday where he's got Elanga there, Bruno there, two defenders there, and he tries to run, and Bruno takes a shot off.
Tries to run through.
He did well not to hit him. Honestly, I was foaming. It's like
That's so negative.
It's just not good. That's not how you play football.
I know it's
I
not.
think he's got a football on brain, you know.
He hasn't.
But you could say that about Elanga when he came off again on the bench against Leeds, man. Did you see that performance when he came off the bench?
Yeah.
I have nightmares still about that game. Like, sorry, Mark, but it's
just a hatred for him, isn't it?
I know. Sula's getting a bashing, like, any so.
But
Next,
I think
next scapegoat, isn't it? Next scapegoat.
Oh, is he shit?
He's no, Mark. He's just rubbish. He's just shite. He's not a scapegoat. He doesn't play. He's just shit.
I want to end on a positive. Have we got anything positive?
But play Barcelona this week.
Let's talk about Barcelona
the
for
Champions
the
League
last
back this week,
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, can't wait for a suit. Let's go.
And we've got the best striker in the world, but he wears number 27. Not 18.
It's gonna be tough. Like let's be fair.
It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be noisy.
Oh, it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be beer fueled. Display is gonna be outstanding.
Looks that way, yeah.
Biggest and best one, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has there been any rumours?
There's been Tom Cannon put a photo up,
Yeah,
but it was all the stuff on the seat, so it's really hard to make out what it is.
Okay.
A lot of black and white and gold.
Oh,
It would appear.
nice.
Anything Bobby Robson related at all?
No, I'm not too sure. It might, maybe.
it's only the Leesers that they're showing, so
Okay.
you're not getting the
Full
Millburn.
thing.
I just thought
delegate
maybe it might be given the situation.
It's weird when you're there, you don't really see it, especially when everyone's got the.
I was having this conversation on Saturday because I was talking to a couple of Wolves fans before the game in the Bacchus, and they were talking about like the love coming up to Newcastle and like it's always like put on a good show and all of that kind of thing. And I'm saying like because of we sitting in the Gallagher end, we never really see any of the displays and what's going on because obviously we're always like looking what's happening in the Millburn or anything that's in the Leesers. You've got to almost wait until after the game to see the photos and stuff like that. Then they're like, oh yeah, and they would never really consider that, but because they sit and look at it.
Yeah,
there's a lot I work with hates it because he sits in the middle of the Gallagher. And it's always right.
Everything's right in front of him.
His Facebook is basically about 1,000 pictures of just the back of a flag and back and front.
Well, that lush Tino and Hall one was in front of us at
the blue
the
and orange.
Liverpool game, the blue and orange.
Yeah.
It was just right in front of us.
Lush,
There.
that, isn't it, as well?
It's a lovely flag. It is, really is.
Do you think we can? Do you think we can get a result?
Yeah, I won't beat him.
Okay.
I think. Do you know what it is? I just look back at that PSG game and say, why not?
We're good. We are really good, Deka. Like Barcelona are brilliant. Don't get us wrong. They're excellent. They're favourites. They will be favourites. It's more like that they'll beat us. But we're capable of beating them. We should have beat Liverpool on whenever that was 3-4 weeks ago.
Everyone should be beating Liverpool. I mean, what's going on there? No offense, but
slimy little
and they'll
bastards.
probably be watching thinking that we're bitter, but we're not. Like it's
Honestly,
not.
slimy
Them
little
have been
bastards.
dreadful, man. In nearly every game I've seen.
I don't know about dreadful, but they haven't been
That
anything like
Burnley
what they
was
should be.
really bad against Burnley. I thought.
I didn't watch that yesterday.
But anyway, it is what it is.
I was watching the last season.
I just I'm trying not to get carried away because I'm normally I'm like, we'll blow the doors off these and we'll do this and we'll do that.
7-0 the other weekend, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I thought 7-9. I got one. I do think we're gonna have to play better than even though I was impressed with Wolves in moments. Got to play better than that, like. But I suppose it's a special one. The PSG one's a good point you've made, that you're going into a game where you're not expected to win and you blow the doors off them, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can do it. We've got it in one lock. We're at home. It's going to be great.
I remember watching the.
I'll take a point. Like.
We've got a history of it over the years, haven't we?
Yeah,
Coming up against them big teams as well.
Recently watching the PSG highlights on YouTube, like literally over the weekend, and that chance that was it Kingsley Coman or Dembele has really early on. Not Coman, 'cause didn't play for PSG. Dembele, and he just puts it wide the post. That's at 0-0. And I remember watching the game because I was out of COVID. I was not that. By the way, I think Amy's had COVID last few days as well. I'm getting a divorce now. Like if she's bad, so you will have it now as well. I think I'll be all right because she's on in bed now and I've not that out. But that chance that Billy has really early on where it goes just wide and that's at 0-0. I remember watching it at the time thinking, "Oh, this could be trouble." This like, and then Mickey gets the goal and Dan Burns header, and then after that it was even 3-1. I remember thinking like, this could be.
I think that's where the fans will play a huge part. That we're going to have to accept here that there's going to be moments in the game where we are going to be up against it.
We're going to have less of the ball in them. I think
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We're going to have to just be, because a lot of people will be thinking, "Oh, we'll just go and smash these." It's not. You know what I mean? So we'll just pick and choose them all. That's why I think Alanga could be pretty key, on the break. But we'll see.
I think they're brilliant. I think Barcelona, obviously, they're brilliant at Barcelona, and they've won the La Liga last season and stuff. And they started
Is
the season
Rashford
well.
being getting a game for them at all?
I don't know whether or not he's playing for England again, so I'm guessing that he's playing some part. Like,
Lewandowski scored 2, didn't he?
Lewandowski got 2, did he?
He's got 2 late.
But like bench,
but he's meant obviously, and he's going to be a threat, and it's more like that they'll beat. But we can beat them. Like,
was Lewandowski that came out and said that he used to have Newcastle shirts when he was younger?
Berbatov.
No. Some honestly, I've just seen it on Twitter.
Yeah, it was Shearer shirt.
Yeah, it was
right,
Shearer.
really?
Yeah.
Amazing,
There's
right?
4 of them wearing a Newcastle shirt, like a 95, 96
like
one.
Shearer shirt.
Tony Kris now was just taking
Any
over.
striker in the world, Charlie.
I was going to say what's taking over.
That's basically what
Poland,
he says in the interview.
he
saying
was
that,
the main man at
the
the
best
time.
striker in the world.
One
He was
other
fucking-
thing that we've got over Barcelona as well is there's been a lot being made about it, as well as that Barcelona are quite a small team,
They're huge. They're probably the biggest club in the.
height wise.
Yes, Mark.
So obviously with not just Dan Burn, with Big Nick as well, we've
team
got
of giants.
we've got
Malik Chow,
a
Big
big
Joe.
size, a big size team.
And what
So-
Well, I have like the throw-ins were getting a little bit like old Stoke, and like just get them in there, man.
Yeah,
just get it in.
That came from, like from Tino, like he's just suddenly got that in his locker.
Who was it doing it yesterday? Was it Man City doing it? Man City were doing it yesterday as well. So, like long throws, and I'm thinking, whoa, even Pep's like.
It must be the new thing, like the kickoffs were just hired into the corner as well.
But then,
you look at that was Denali's.
You
couldn't have got it closer.
But then their bloody player took it 20 further. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that. Are you a fan?
I don't understand it.
It's to obviously squeeze them up and retain possession, isn't it?
But
then you look at their start in obviously similar kind of thing, putting it into a similar area. But they're doing it to attack. Getting a shot on goal.
Look what happened, like at that Wolves game. Tonali he couldn't put it any further. Yeah. Wolves going to have 2 shots in 48 seconds.
That's what I mean. So, like, I get getting them up the pitch, but if you're going to get them up the pitch, then get after the ball.
I can kind of see why they're doing it. I don't like it.
I don't think they'll ever score a goal from it. Nothing will ever happen from it. But the whole game is built on possession, keeping the ball. And the first thing we're doing is giving it away.
It's not just Newcastle. There's a few Premier League teams doing it.
I know that.
It's the high pressing as well, isn't it? Yeah. If you can pin them in the corner, get them right away. Like say it's Tonali put out, it nearly hit the corner flag. Like
it was lovely.
I don't love it. But
it was literally centimeters. Like,
oh yeah, I don't love it as I say, but I can see if you're pressing high, and we are obviously a high pressing team. Wolves have conceded loads of goals from losing the ball to the press this season. Well, I say half the goals. It's only 4 games in. I don't like it, but I can see why they're doing it. There's merit to it, like, but
I haven't seen any merit yet. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll score 3 from that play. Well, and he kicked it once. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we only. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Nick Pope was doing it against PSG 2 years ago, man. The zeitgeist on that one.
I'm going to end it there unless you want to mention anything else before we go.
Got anything else? No, I think that's it.
I cannot wait
when I get some tea.
Pump this cabbage out.
I'm
sitting here bubbling
over there, and it still comes back in. Just circulates round.
I have to say, we got 3 or 4 big fish specials yesterday, and I got a kebab on its own because I really wanted a kebab.
I got a big fish
this morning. My God,
your last couple of weekends, I think you're starting to get a bit sensitive to the old.
It's just so much, mate. It's just so much.
Happens when you get your 40s, mate.
I got a big fish special yesterday.
It's really nice.
I love them, man.
It's class big fish.
We totally didn't appreciate it.
Unreal. Like we've moved on from gills to big fish now, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, I went to Gills on Saturday with the kids.
Fish big.
You what?
Oh, Gills on Saturday, big fish on Sunday.
I went to Gills on Saturday.
Yeah, where the fat ones.
Anyway, I went in, and Jenny was it. You know who owns Gills?
Yeah.
Oh, well, obviously I used to go in there when I was a kid, and I used to help. I put the kebab on the spit and that. That's why I fell in love with kebab then days. And she was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in ages." And she gave us a massive cuddle and that, and the Bairns were with us and that. And she didn't charge us for anything.
Oh,
everything I bought. She
went. The Bairns were in the back putting the kebabs on the shelves.
She went. No, you're definitely not paying me. She'd love it to see you because I used to go in every day.
On Stanhope Road next to Mill. It's not Mills now, it's a news agent.
Yes, you're right. Though, and I didn't think you were still working. She went, I had to come and cover because we had someone phoning sick, blah blah blah. And she was like, no, she
must be like 30 odd, yeah.
Oh, easy, mate. And you know, she hasn't really aged.
Because I applied for a job then. I'm sure it was Jenny that would give me form. I didn't get one, like, but
I think that'd be my dream job. That if you could pay, I'd just sit.
So where does she work now?
You know, Stanhope Road.
Yeah,
that's Stanhope Road Gills.
Which one?
Oh, the good one, the chai one, the chai end next to where Mills and that.
Because there's 2 there's
Gills.
Gills.
I never go to that one. Yeah, I never go to that one.
You don't go to the fake one at the top of the road, do you?
Golden chippy.
Yeah.
It's
good night, everyone.
it's
because
got the golden chippy. Like.
Yeah, the deliver, don't they?
But the real Gills is the Nuke Gills and that Stanhope Road Gills are the same company.
The golden chippy one, but it was golden chippy years ago. They used to do the Red Devils. I've mentioned these before. The Red Devils were amazing.
Oh yeah.
Is the little wifey you're talking about?
I don't know. What's a Red Devil?
No, Jenny's.
It's garlic bread, Mark.
No.
It's a pizza-based garlic with garlic on it, and it's a spicy. It's like a chili tomato sauce.
It's unreal.
And that's it.
You just got
not like ketchup, like a chili tomato, like a
£3 or something.
They're cheap and they're beautiful. And
with them with cheese on top?
No.
What? So just a pizza base with like a spicy red sauce?
Yeah. Honestly, it's unreal.
Oh, gorgeous, mate. Honestly, and what?
You just get stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, I remember one time I had a bit of oregano stuck in my teeth for like a week after I couldn't shift it.
That's unreal.
And then I brushed my
Still
teeth.
do them now.
Yeah, they're not quite as good though. Unless I just don't remember them. You know,
that would be good if they put some cheese on, like me.
Well, that's just a pizza. That's a margarita pizza.
But you're saying it's like a spicy base.
Yeah, but that's what it is. But it's lush. Honestly, you don't need cheese on.
They're
amazing. Spicy base margarita.
It does look half-made, but it's unreal.
Yeah.
Sometimes you put chips on it as well.
I would like cheese on it.
Yeah,
there's a version where there's chips on the top.
Probably will be like that.
Kebab meat as well, garlic bread special.
Mark's just a hater.
Like
just a hater as well.
Red hot special or something.
A red hot special.
Red Devil.
Red Devil.
Red Devil, yeah.
Big fish as well, though. The price, you know, I got 4 pizzas, a large on a kebab, 2 massive tubs of garlic. It was 28 quid, man.
They still do the collection, get one free?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Give you a heads up as well. So this doesn't normally happen with takeaways because it's normally cheaper if you go directly on their website.
Oh, still on?
Yeah. So if you go directly on their website, if you go on Just Eat, the meal deals are cheaper on Just Eat for
Really?
big fish
Well, that's
than what are on
unusual.
the
That is
website.
unusual.
Wow.
They're about
Wow.
£3 cheaper.
Oh, well, I got it anyway.
Oh, well.
Tune in for your money-saving expert tips.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
For South
Lewis
Shield
of Tea.
takeaways.
Yeah. Just eat calm now.
Our tip cam's gone.
Tip
now.
cam. Tip
Tip
cam's
cam's
gone.
been-
Thanks, everybody. It's been a pleasure as always. Just like this video, become a subscriber. Easy for you to say. It costs nothing to do that. We're really, really, really close to 12,000. I think we're about 4 off.
We're really, really, really need a new mic for Deka as well. So
Well, I
think it's the lead.
cable.
I think it probably
Yeah,
is
I think it's
the
the
cable.
cable. And the fact he touches it all the way through.
I do touch it a lot. Like.
Yeah.
Well, touch it
On
a
the
lot.
cable.
Hey.
If you do want to become a member, it is just $2.99 a month. You get access to early access to videos. You get extra videos. You get access to the Telegram group as well. But yeah, just $2.99. We'll see you next time. We'll see you after Barcelona.
I'm Bournemouth.
Barcelona.